one thing that's important, I think, in an election is to be able to hear from all of the candidates. Why will CNN not put RFK in their debates? Why not? Don't you want to hear from RFK? Don't you want to hear from Trump, RFK, and Joe Biden? And why is it that these debates are taking place earlier than usual? Vivek Ramaswamy claims it's because there's a plan to swoop in and replace Biden at the last moment. Who with, though? Michelle Obama? Gavin Newsom? Who do you think's going to swoop in and replace him? Let me know in the comments in the chat. But surely, in a democracy, allowing everyone to participate is the bare minimum, the very least you could do. Look at this peculiar piece of reporting on MSNBC where they say that the debates are somehow unfair to Joe Biden because we all expect so much of him. Look, I think that if he gets through that debate and his underpants are still the colour they were when it began, I would consider it a total triumph. It's a really weird piece of media analysis.
I do have to ask, though, I mean, this is all thrown into sharp relief when the two men are on stage debating, right? And it already feels like...
Should be three men, and a woman, whoever. Have as many as possible. Why not? Wow, that's a good point. Why don't you have a whole bunch of competing parties? Why not start giving these institutions something to think about? Hey, why don't you even give the lobbyists a harder job by having more representatives? Why are we pretending it's like 400 years ago and we have to send someone on horseback to Washington or Westminster to represent our opinions that we couldn't by phone say, tell them everything we need to tell them? We don't trust you, send.
You know, the first presidential debate is set for June 27th. It already feels like the bar that is set for Biden to clear is so much substantially higher than the one Trump has to clear.
I mean, he's got to walk off the stage in the right direction. He mustn't turn around and face the wrong thing. He mustn't himself. It's unreasonable.
Which is literally, is he alive? Is he standing? Are the words coming out of his mouth? Setting aside what the words actually are. And I wonder if there's any way for Biden to overcome what seems like a structural disadvantage on, in the weeks leading up to what's going to be a pretty important inflection point in this campaign.
It's interesting that we aren't even allowed to hear from all three candidates. The Federal Election Commission has confirmed with Island News that the designation given by CNN to President Biden and Trump appear exclusively in June televised debates is not officially recognized. Island News asked the FEC if the designation presumptive nominee, which CNN has cited to numerous press outlets to justify a direct pass for the former presidents, is used at all by the FEC. That phrase is not in debate regulation, said a spokesperson. The FEC wouldn't elaborate further. Bobby Kennedy, has complained over CNN's adoption of the debate criteria, which requires candidates to be on enough ballots officially to win a potential 270 electoral votes. So, whatever you think about Bobby Kennedy, CNN aren't inviting him. Why is that? My assumption is that Kennedy, therefore, does more damage to Biden than he does to Trump. Surely, right? The mark is achievable in late August, September by majority party candidates after national conventions and an official candidate certification state by state. They can't call him the presumptive nominee yet. It's too early in the process. Here's Bobby Kennedy on that. He says, with the FEC's recent statement, it appears beyond doubt if I'm left off the stage, the debate will violate campaign finance laws, and CNN and its staff are knowingly and willfully violating these laws. You've seen how CNN approach demographic data. Fascinated and excited about the movements of black voters under 50, treating these statistical revelations as if they're some ejaculatory wonder. It's odd to see them demand that Tucker Carlson's Ticketmaster collaboration be collapsed and cancelled. Why? On what basis? Plainly, as Greenwald said, it's because they don't want the competition. They don't want to compete for your attention. They want your attention given for free. Hey, this is exciting. We've got a great partner today. It's Rumble. But beyond Rumble, it's Rumble's latest venture. Let me ask you first, are you a Sleepy Joe type character with zero cognitive performance, struggling to muster focus and brain power for basic things like running the United States of America? You've got to stop drinking woke liberal coffee that hates you and your way of life and start your day by drinking Rumble's very own 1775 coffee. This is going to be the best tasting coffee you've ever had. Seriously good, ethically sourced, from a family farm in the high altitude mountains of Bolivia. Not in the Bolivian lowlands, run not by a family, but by a single man, still living with a pet. No! Instead of waking up and drinking your big corporation-owned woke ideology coffee that's probably making you sick from the pesticides it's sprayed with, try Rumble's 1775 revolutionary coffee. Support freedom of speech. Build a parallel economy that actually values you and loves you. My favourite? It's dark, of course. I've always found the lure of the dark irresistible. I'm sorry, how can I stay mad at you? Well, you're just going to have to wait over there for a little while. Level up your morning routine with a 1775 coffee. Sleep all night knowing your hard-earned dollary dues are going towards supporting freedom-loving creators like me on Rumble. Visit 1775coffee.com now, pick up your first bag, use the code BRAND to save 10% on your first order. Oh, come on. Why choose, you know?
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.